Monday night at 8/7 Central on NBC. It's a heart-pounding new Fear Factor, followed by the hot new drama Las Vegas. Monday night, 8/7 Central on NBC.
That is my favorite show right now, BP. Do you think we get a cameo on that? On Las Vegas?
We ought to work on that.
I mean, you're a player.
Yeah, we ought to work on that.
We can get you a spot around one of the tables.
I mean,
I'd have to go to the office and James Conn could yell at me for something.
We
That'd
get
be cool.
Elvis Presley to sing for us. Would be good.
They got a lot to clean up here at this Homestead-Miami Speedway as Ricky Rudd's car dropped a good bit of liquid. They have put a good amount of oil dry down. Now they've got the big jet blowers out to try and clean all that oil dry up for when they send this field steaming off into the corner. It's not like driving on dirt.
But if it's single file,
yeah, that's even better.
Then these guys got a shot, like Bobby Labonte and Johnny Benson and Jimmy Johnson, because they don't have to worry about passing those cars that are a lap or more down.
In our little crew chief interview session there a minute ago onto that last caution, we heard from everybody's but the leaders among the front runners. How about we hear from him, Dave?
Yeah, we thought we'd come pick on him again, but this time we won't ask him about his paycheck, as I'm caught on all the paraphernalia up here. But what about holding off the 18? He was pretty good on that last restart.
Yeah, the first lap, he looked like he got a jump on the 10 car there. A little concerned about that on the first lap when we go back racing. But the next two laps were 2 to 3 tenths faster. So I think we got a better race car. We just have to see how it works out. And hopefully our Dodge will be up front come the end.
All right, and of course the speculation and the talk has been around what's Bill going to do after this year. Well, another win here, guys. It's going to be an awfully tough decision whether to keep going or hang it up.
You know, that 18 car sure likes Atlanta, and this place is very similar to Atlanta. I mean, you know, the way the corners, the way you carry your speed through here, and this racetrack reminds you of Atlanta. It's just a little bit smoother. So it's just, boy, he likes these racetracks.
Yeah.
He's always up when it counts. Well, but I think he's right what they were talking about. Bill Elliott looks like he slid a little bit on that restart the first lap, but then the next lap he was about 2.5 tenths of a second faster than Bobby Labonte.
So if Bobby Labonte's team and spotter up on the roof saw that, they're on the radio to Bobby saying, hey, look, if you're going to get him, you got to get him right away.
Exactly.
And Bobby saw that. They don't have to tell him. He saw that as well. He realized that he was able to gain on Bill Elliott that first lap, and then Elliott started driving away from him.
Well, he was behind another car, right? He had a car between he and Elliott on that restart. That's why I said if his spotter saw it. When you're out there running third, BP, you'd see that first guy?
Oh, yeah.
You'd see that? Okay.
If you catch him.
Matt?
Alan, exactly what Mike Ford told Dave Burns is what Bobby Labonte heard from his crew chief, Michael Fatback McSwain. Fatback said, look, cool your tires. We'll have another shot at him, just like we did the 10. You were very good at the start. That's where we need to make our move and then try to hold him off at the distance.
And I bet you, go ahead, Bill.
No, go ahead, Wally.
I was just going to say, I bet you 18 tries it on the high side, just like he did with Johnny Benson.
You've got a hard guard. You can jump in there anytime you want. Okay? Hey, just a thought about Bill Elliott. We were talking to him for some stuff we're doing for the banquet, and he told one of these stories that he loves to tell about how when he first got into the sport, it was a family operation. You think back about all this because Bill's won so many most popular driver awards, but he was having a good weekend at Darlington, and the reporters came to him on Saturday to talk about the race on Sunday, and he was actually under the car working on it. He saw him come and he stayed there. The reporters saw his brother Dan at the front of the car. They all did the interview with Dan, thought Dan was Bill, left. Bill came out from underneath the car, smiled. The guys walked about 20 feet, turned around and go, wait a minute. Bill went right back under the car and never did the interview. He was always very shy when he first got into the sport. Still, doing interviews is not his favorite thing, but he's one of the nicest guys you can meet and has had a very successful career. 1988 Winston Cup champion.
It's without question one of the more popular drivers in the sport. Some of the things he accomplished, that 1985 Winston Million win and that 11-win season in '85 really captured the imagination of a lot of people, made a lot of people Bill Elliott fans for life.
Might have been one of the biggest things that happened to our sport was Bill Elliott winning the $1 million bonus from R.J. Reynolds. First time it had happened. Man, and so many people came to Darlington and covered that. Okay, you're rubbing your hands together while
I just like it this way. Okay. I mean, it's nice to have a 10-lap shootout and not to have slower cars be in the way of the race.
You're liking the single file restart is what you're saying, yeah. Okay, Matt, go ahead.
Fatback just told Bobby again, clean off your tires. You are better than he is on the start. That's where you've got to make your move. Remember what he's done to you in the past on restarts and use it against him.
Bobby Labonte with, we seem to think, one shot at Bill Elliott. That's right on this restart.
In turn 3, high side.
There are going to be 9 laps left in this race. Bill Elliott will have led 181 when the green flag waves for this restart. None of it will matter if he doesn't lead those last 9.
And that's what they mean by cleaning their tires off, weaving the car back and forth, because these tires very warm. They will pick up loose debris laying on the racetrack. They've got to weave back and forth, scuff that debris off.
You know what happens when it goes green, you go flying down into turn 1, they don't stick. The race car goes sliding up the racetrack. And right now, that's the last thing you want to happen, because you're going to get passed by a lot of cars with only 9 to go.
That's one that Ray Evernham didn't want to see.
Yeah.
Bill Elliott has led 180 laps today. 181 when they come back around. We've got 21 cars on the lead lap and 9 laps left in this race. Pace truck is off. Elliott and Labonte with Benson, Johnson, and Harvick right behind.
Ready. Green, green, green.
Good restart for Elliott.
Okay, what you're saying is that down the backstretch, Labonte, the 18 car, gets a run and goes by on the outside, right?
I think that's the only shot he's got, BP.
And he's got a good run off 2.
Labonte closing in down the backstretch to Elliott's back bumper.
There he goes up on the outside.
Look at this. Elliott's going to slide up the block.
Oh, close. Almost made it. He almost made it.
Elliott to block, and he hangs on to the lead. Here's Johnson on Benson, trying to find a way to get 3rd.
Whoa, a little wiggle there in a 10 car.
He pulled that back down the block, too.
Got back on the gas.
Meanwhile, here comes Harvick on the outside of Johnson and takes over the 4th spot.
Harvick is on the move right now.
Now to try and get Johnny Benson for 3rd.
Well, if he can run that low in 1 and 2, as he just did in 3 and 4, Benson may be in trouble.
Benson to his crew. That's all I've got.
There he goes. He's right there.
Might not be enough, Bill.
Benson trying to fight him off. Up front, still about 2 car lengths between Bill Elliott and Bobby Labonte. This is the race for 3rd. Kevin Harvick working Johnny Benson's back bumper. He's got to run at him this time.
I think he may pull it off this time. Boy, it looks like Harvick's car is working really good on the bottom.
Benson trying to protect his top 5 finish now. He's back to 4th with Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon behind him. No matter the outcome for Johnny Benson, it's been a great drive for this team today.
It's been terrific. I tell you what, these guys going down in turn 1 into that sun, it's almost amazing they can see how to get alongside another car.
Jimmy Johnson, Johnny Benson, 4th place, while Bobby Labonte tries to stay with Bill Elliott, but he's lost another couple of car lengths. Inside of 5 laps to go in the 2003 season.
Johnson's got a little bit of a run there. Enough. Now they got to go down in that turn 1 where they can't see, VP.
He's got a fender. I think he's going to get him here. So Jimmy Johnson to 4th, Benson back to 5th. Jeff Gordon next behind him. And then after Jeff Gordon, you've got Jeremy Mayfield and Tony Stewart. Remember, 13th is where he came off after that pit stop. The restart with 18 to go. Stewart's big foil, the fact that that other caution came out and took a number of laps to clean up whatever fresh tire advantage he might have had, negated by those extra caution laps, taking away his racing opportunity.
And Bobby Labonte has changed his line. He's going in the corner higher and bringing the car off in the middle of the racetrack, and he's running as fast as Bill Elliott. I don't know if he can close in that gap, but he's trying his best to catch that 9 car. Watch how high he goes in turn 3, and then brings it back down to the middle.
Bobby Labonte started 2nd today, has not yet led. A couple laps away from a runner-up finish, Matt.
Labonte's about 4, now 6/10 behind Bill Elliott. Last time by, Alan, he keyed the mic and said, Elliott's just playing with me.
Well, he's been playing with the field all day.
Everybody.
So it looks like Labonte's going to come up with a runner-up finish today, pending this final lap. What about this Bill Elliott? 48 years old, the 1988 champion. Long dry spell ended last Sunday at Rockingham. He won at Indianapolis in August of 2002, and it was about a year and 3 months before he pulled off the win at the Rock last weekend. Now he's going to make it 2 in a row to bring down the 2003 season.
Oh, look at that.
Is he on the flat?
On the last lap. The last lap, he must have a flat tire.
Bobby Labonte's by.
Can you believe that?
Elliott is off the pace. Never give up.
Watch out, Bill.
Fatback McSwain is going to get to do a victory dance for us. Last lap drama at Homestead. Bobby Labonte wins the Ford 400.
It is never over till it's over.
I'm telling you, unbelievable.
Bill Elliott's going to come up with an 8th place finish.
Right rear flat.
Tore the right rear completely apart.
Can you believe that?
Wow. Bill Elliott led 189 of 267 laps. But it's going to be Bobby Labonte going to victory lane. You know how many laps he led today?
One.
The last one, Matt.
And Fatback just about broke the pit wagon coming off. High five from Greg Zipadelli. Just goes to show you never, ever give up.
I told him with 5 to go, Bobby, he's a little bit quicker. Don't give up, don't give up. You don't never know what's going to happen. And right there is living proof, baby. You don't never give up till they throw that checker flag.
You've lost some that way, Fatback. Now you've won one that way.
It's about time, man. It's been pretty rough over the past 4 or 5 years. Lost a bunch of them with 5 to go, but made one up today.
They end the season on the highest of highs in victory lane.
Watch this. This was when Fatback saw the troubles with Bill Elliott.
Man.
And Bill Elliott's team dejected.
They don't even feel like putting their stuff up to go home, do they?
That's rough. I mean, they obviously dominated all day today.
You know, these races are so hard to win, and to come that close and to be that dominant and come up that short.
There's a guy that's not going to feel like talking.
Need some help with that race car. Smoke. Boy, can't say enough about the drive that Bill Elliott made today.
He had him covered.
Oh, he's got a fire over there. Hey, fire truck. Yeah. No wonder he got out. Okay, let it burn.
Yeah.
How about a fire extinguisher, boys? We saw when he went down in the. That's where the.
That's at the checker flag.
Checker flag. We saw when he was in between turn 1 and 2. Car got loose. There's a look at the crew when they see what happened.
They were ready to jump off the wall and celebrate a win.
That close.
It's rough.
Ray Abraham there on the right, red shirt, black pants.
You can't believe it.